You're now listening to the Palmetto Dugout Show, hosted by State Director Sammy Esposito, Associate Scouts Drew Stewart and Sean Smith, that discuss all things related to amateur baseball in South Carolina. Here are your hosts.
Welcome into the Palmetto Dugout Show, episode 143. Coach Espo, Coach Schmitty, what's going on, boys?
What's happening? How we doing on this wonderful fall afternoon here in South Carolina with this weather?
Got a tan there on the face. Look at that.
I know. We sunscreen, Coach. Sunscreen.
Special Olympics, no sunscreen required. I was trying to get tan.
Hey, you look glistening. It looks like you've put some
glowing.
Always listen.
Some lotion or something going on over there. I don't know what we got going on, but I don't really know how to take that, but we'll go with that.
It's okay. Some of us listen, some of us are dull. It's just how life is.
Yeah, dullards and glisteners.
Got dullars over there with the kitty cats behind him. Anyway,
real quick. Well, I was speaking of the dullard. Me and Sean were driving back yesterday. Sean was reminiscing on how mad he got at me. Drew, you remember at the in Clemson at our preseason All-State North? Remember when we were setting up the food and before the event started?
No.
And Sean was trying to set the event up when Clemson was still practicing.
Yeah. A little bit of communication always helps. You know, it's all good. Hey, you stop. That's what we get. Cool.
He was. We had a good reminisce on the car.
That was a good start to the day. Yeah, went smooth after that, thankfully. So that was good.
Yeah. We had a great event. So it's good times.
It didn't how it starts, how it finishes.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's hop into it here. Events. First thing up, Sean had brought up a question, Sean, from a player before we even hopped on the live. Right, this feeds us right into events. What was that question, Sean?
I just got asked in a great text message. Whether or not you come to the Border Battle or any of the Team South Carolina Trials events. We have 3 of those going on in Charleston, Columbia, and up in the Upstate. It's going to be at Wofford. Which of those events do we have to come to in order to become eligible for selection to the future games to represent Team South Carolina at Lake Point at the end of July? And the answer is any of those work. Obviously, we'll have our Border Battle, which has now been sold out for a couple of weeks. Guys in there, got in there early, and we generated a ton of interest. Sammy, you said took a couple months to sell out last year and took a couple of weeks this time around. So, really, really appreciate everybody getting on it with that. And obviously, we have tons of space open with all the other Team South Carolina events, and we'll get going down to the College of Charleston on June 2nd. Partner with the Rising Stars games as well for other selection to the junior future games. So lots of stuff going on.
Yeah, for all those, right? We threw out a tweet was thrown out or social media post was thrown out today, and it'll go out pretty much multiple times throughout the week. All 3 of those trials are qualifiers for all of our future game stuff, whether it's junior future games, the future games team, senior future games, along with our super sophomore and our top prospect games at the very end of the summer. So all those Team South Carolina trials events and the Border Battle, any event we run are all qualifiers for us. So any of those events throughout the summer are going to be qualifiers. So if you did not get into the Border Battle, right, and you got the Team South Carolina trials coming up, right, we got the big one, right, like Sean said, that starts off the summer down to the College of Charleston, then move to Columbia at the beginning of July, and then the middle of July to finish off. And we've talked about this numerous times on this one. Last year at Wofford, right, we rolled into Wofford, and it was 2 weeks, a week and a half before the senior future games kicked off. And we had 2 players at that event that got invites to the senior future games, and 1 player got an invite to the future games. So those events are huge for us to allow us to see players and track their progress throughout the summer and gather all their data that goes into it. So these events are big for us. We're not just running events for us. They're big to see players and get all the information. And then obviously we've talked about before, what it does from a player standpoint, how they can utilize and gather, build their resume moving forward. If they're a recruitable athlete, they can gather all their data, get their professionally edited video to help themselves get recruited. Or if they're younger, a non-recruitable age, they can start the process of building that resume at a younger age and also get all this data and get all this information for a player development standpoint, which all leads to becoming the best player you could be, which at the end of all, if your goal is to get to the next level, to help develop yourself to become a more recruitable athlete when it's all said and done. So any one of these events that we're going to have leading forward are big time qualifiers for us, no matter any of those high end invite only events.
And you get to see me.
More importantly, you get to see Drew
listening.
Hey, and I'm going to throw this one out here. So I had a conversation. What day is today? When did I had to take my son? Friday morning, I had to take my son to get his stitches out. But I got a phone call from a Major League scout calling about run times on a player that's a senior that was at the Senior Future Games and had been to multiple events before. So, right, you go to the event, and the event happens there, and blah, 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 whatever. He goes to it. He runs his times. He's being recruited. He ends up committing to a college. He's off to a great senior year. These Major League scouts are digging back and looking at that data, looking at that run times and going, he ran this, he did that. So it's not just, hey, I ran it there. They're looking back and seeing what happened. And I was able to go back over the course of multiple years for this player and go, it wasn't just this one time. He has run this, he's run that, he's run this, he's run that. And to show that this is the type of player he is. And it's not just obviously that one. It's multiple players that they can show this data to help these guys moving forward that goes into it. And we get calls majority of the time. We're getting phone calls from college coaches about players, but there's those special occasions here in this great state where guys are getting up on those draft boards. We're getting reached out to, or Major League scouts are trying to dig and get a little bit more information, or they're seeing our tweets and they're going, hey, give us some more information on these players, or they're seeing their data on our website and they're going, break this kid down a little bit more for us. So it's important for these youngsters moving forward to see all that stuff. And I also had another scout tell me about, other stuff when they're going to take all this data from our website and throw it into their draft profiles. And they're going to put all that in their analytics teams on the Major League teams are going to put it into there, and they can build that profile on their end for everything. So those players that put themselves into that next category, I know there's not a ton of them, but that next category for the draft board, the draft room, it's extremely important for those guys, and it can help them out big time.
And that history of progression is kind of the most important thing. I feel like what you said there, like, whether you're a major league or pro ball kind of guy, like I hear you talking about here, or if you're a guy who ends up at a Division II or a JUCO school or something like that, build that progression over time, right? Say you're a JV guy, or maybe, may had a couple of appearances on varsity so far this year. You get in and start coming to these events. And then as you become a senior, coaches are going to be able to go back and say, okay, this guy was, just exit velocity off the top of my head. This guy was 85 exit velocity as going into his junior year. Then the next year, or the next winter, he pops a 91. Then the next year he pops a 96. That kind of progression is what, really can build up your profile and get a better, let coaches have a better understanding of who you are as a player, to be able to see what you were in the past as well. So, you can kind of strengthen that argument, or you can say, hey, I've changed who I am as well. So, that'll bring you other opportunities as well down the line. So not only in the pro ball cases where, they're looking back on things that happened last year, and then Amy's able to refer to years before that and say, hey, this is the kind of guy that he is. It can go all the way down to, your junior varsity and your lower level varsity guys as well. Just continuing to build that history of progression going forward. And, it can only serve you well, if the earlier you begin that train there. So looking forward to getting out there in the summer, and hopefully we'll get some guys able to do that. So.
And for you younger guys, Rising Stars, first place to start.
Yep.
Easy peasy. A lot of progression, Rising Stars. Yeah, see, start early, get better. Great job, guys. Couldn't say it better myself. Anyway, let's move on here. As we kick off event season, it's kind of kicked off in a way, but we're about to hit it full steam here ahead. However, we are still in the thick of high school season, And it's time to look at some leaderboards. We're going to get to the Power 25 here quickly. I know how everybody is patiently waiting for that so they can give us hell here in a minute. However, you never know. We might get some messages later in the week on that. But let's start off here with your Palmetto Power. Bam. Not much has changed since we last talked about this. However, we do have a tie at the top with Slade Bird and Colt Babbitt at 10 apiece. New Henson jumps back into the top 10 there with his 6 bombs. A new one kind of here is Jackson Bailey with his 5th bomb, but kind of selling off here.
Yeah. Coach, what's a prerequisite? How do we get on the Palmetto Power? How do we do this? If I'm a player out there, what do I need to do? How do I get on this?
Hey, if you want to be on this leaderboard, first of all, you've got to hit you've got to tag hashtag Palmetto Power on Twitter. Secondly, you've got to have more than 4 home runs to be on this top 10 leaderboard. As you can see, it stops at 5. So if you don't have 5, you're not touching it.
But also, the ball has to do what? It's got to go where?
No, it's got to leave that fence area. Now, it can be you can hit a bomb at Great Falls High School where it's 120 in left and right field. However, it doesn't matter. If it leaves that fence, you're good.
Yeah, as long as it leaves the fence, the ball goes out. Don't matter if the wind's blowing out at 50 miles an hour, blowing in at 50 miles an hour. But I'm going to be – this is the Palmetto Power leaderboard's been impressive because it's kind of been a back and forth battle for these guys. We got Luke's telling us he's got 9.
Luke, this is the second time. Luke, you've been at Arby's. I ain't seen the tweet.
Hey, Luke, I was up at Clinton today at that QT. I didn't see no home runs rolling around there. I don't know what's going on, but this has been a fun one, right? The Palmetto Power, because this is like the constant back and forth that the players have been going on. And you got some guys like Newt was hot early with some home runs, and now he's coming back onto the stage.
Charlie Scott's got 6. We ain't seen these tweets, guys. Come on now.
Charlie Scott's got 6, but he ain't thrown the tweet out there. It's been hiding out there. He's got to throw the tweet out there. So it's been some fun to watch the home runs go back and forth up there. And that we've joked before, but every time we update this list, Slade and Colt, I think they got some videos like hidden in their phone, and they just go boom. They throw it out there, but they've been getting after it. So this has been a fun one to kind of see how this leaderboard shakes out every single. We're doing it twice a week, so how it shakes out. But this has been a fun one to watch these guys kind of get after it with the home runs.
No doubt. I'm looking here. I'm doing some research. I'm making sure Luke's actually got 9. Yeah, all right, we'll give it to him. It's all right.
Did he tweet it?
He did tweet it. I just found it. I just sent it to you.
So we're tied for second.
Yeah. He's up there with Newcomb.
How about that? Let's throw this up there.
Charlie Scott has 6. Come on, man.
Charlie, we're waiting patiently here.
Charlie got to throw the tweet out there, man.
He's about to put a post out there with 6 home runs on it.
This is like from 4 weeks ago. He finally found the video. Okay. Hey, obviously, we'll change that leaderboard before we officially release it.
This will be released tomorrow. This will be released tomorrow, so we got some time for some more Palmetto Power to be leaked between now or tomorrow by, say, 9 or 10 in the morning, whenever we put this one out. But we still got – I don't think anybody's going to hit any more home runs between now and then, but we got some time for some posts to go out.
That's right. You still got time, boys. Now, your heat sheet hasn't changed since we last looked at this. Still kind of the same top guys there. Now the
leaderboard hasn't changed, but the list continues to grow, right? This is the difference, right? The Palmetto Power is just the updated graphic. The heat sheet has a link in the story. Click that thing and you can see where you're at. Obviously, the heat sheet graphic stops at 4 players tied at 91, but the name with Cooper Jones down there at 92. But there's a bunch of players with some 90-mile-an-hour bolts, 89, 88, on down the list. So there's tons of players on there. So if you want to see the names and what they've hit, click that link and see where it's at. Plus, it's posted on our website under the high school tab on there that Shawner has put up there.
and it works. I checked it today.
Well, I would tell you, I would maybe be able to add a name to that list, but that cease and desist order won't allow me to. So I just can't do that.
But Sammy, I can't believe you had to say down there at 92 for Cooper Jones. I mean, that's just a testament to the talent and the high level arm talent that we've seen in the state so far this year.
You ain't lying. Usually in the past, you get that 92 would be up there at the top, and 92 is now down there.
Hey, look at this. I found this one. This was last year's. 95 was the top.
Yep.
So your 92 would have been right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know what was cool? Hey, number 3 on that one from last year. Let's look at that one. I was watching a game on TV. I was watching him throw 95-mile-an-hour bullets for the Tar Heels against Georgia Tech, shoving up the Ramblin' Wreck on TV the other night. That was kind of fun to watch Caden Glauber throw on TV.
He got out of that big spot too, and was that the 8th inning, game 1?
Yeah, he did. So it was and then Carter Harrington's doing it down there at the college. So, but yeah, it was fun to
who is ISA?
I think you're trying to say Isaiah.
Oh,
you just didn't finish.
It's a
new player. He left the state, so he's out.
It's a top bolt.
It's a bolt.
God almighty. This is awful. We're already off the rails, guys. We just started this.
17 minutes in.
All right. It's time. Your 2-week update is here. Time to catch some hell from everybody in the state of South Carolina. We're ranking the college teams, by the way. It's the Power 4. Clemson and Carolina are not in the top 4.
Me and Drew were giving ourselves some hell going over the Power 25. So if we were giving ourselves some hell on the Power 25, we expect some hell from the people.
Let's see it. Let's hear it.
Per usual. Here we go. Here's your Power 25 update. Let's move on. I got to figure out which way I'm going. Here we go. 25. Gilbert jumps in the Power 25 at 24. Indian Land is now at 23rd after jumping in. Spartanburg still there at 22. And Batesburg, Leesville. Yes, they do have players in 2A baseball at 21.
Coach, we got a list here of some teams that could be competing for some championships, and they're at the bottom of the Power 25. But we got a talented group there, and we've seen a few of these guys play quite a bit. So we know the dangers that a few of these teams can present in their classification championship. So I don't know if I'd want to play some of these guys.
We just made that update to our pick'em at the end of the year last week, but you know, Gilbert's always hanging around, man. They always get some good players. They're well coached down there, and you know they just kind of not sleepwalking, but just way flying under the radar for everybody. And here they are on the Power 25. And shoot, we do some math here. I think they're sitting about number 4 in the lower state 4A right now. So just quietly doing it again. So shout out to the Indians there.
Hey, I'm gonna throw a shout out too to coach you down there at Gilbert. I was there last week for my son's B team game, and a fantastic facility and playing surface down there. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was top of the line. I was thoroughly impressed. I've been there. It had been a little bit since I've been down there, but it was a big time facility down there to watch a high school game on a beautiful night. I was there for a B team. I guess I don't know what we're calling that, but whatever, a B team game. So beautiful facility.
I had to watch them I didn't watch them play in the state championship, but I watched the state championship game there not too long ago. Still
because you were pulling. Anyway, you stopped pulling for them. They started winning again.
We'll let the records as we get to the picks speak for themselves as we move on. Here we go at number 20. Wren jumps in. Now, they did lose 2 or 3 to Fountain Inn, but a successful year nonetheless for Wren. New to the Power 25 is Mountain View. Son of a gun. Here they are at 20-3. Malden at 14-7. Oceanside at 17 and Hartsville at 16. Some pretty big records right there. However, a little lower on the spectrum. I'm going to use that word because of obviously the wins count. But again, as we get to this point in the year, it is about who you play too and how that looks.
Yeah, you can only plays on your schedule, who you get to play, and when you win and you start to beat all those teams over and over again, you start to get praised, I guess you'd say, for that one. So you got some teams that are on this list that whether you say they don't, well, they're playing so-and-so or they're playing this guy, they got a tough schedule, they got a weak schedule, however you want to look at it, don't matter. You either win or you're losing, and you look at some of these teams and they got a lot of wins on that one. So big shout out to some of these teams having a big time of year and making moves at the back end of the year.
Shout out Mountain View too, man. Those guys jumping in Power 25 down in 3A. I know they got some youngsters that are doing it too, right, Coach?
They do. So they got some youngins. They got a coach who has got some state championships under his belt, so he knows what's going on. They just doing it. So hey, they come into the Midlands, I think, this Friday for a game against another Power 25 team.
Watch out.
We might have to add that to the pick'em. Just for shits and giggles. Let's move on. At number 15, North Myrtle. 14, Burns. 13, Airport. Number 12 is Hillcrest, and number 11, River Bluff. Some star programs here in just this little group of 5 teams.
I mean, talk about. I mean, stars. You hit on the head. That's some heavyweights right there. That's a heavyweight championship bout with those teams in that grouping. We've gotten a chance to watch all those teams play multiple games and have been impressed with all of them. So kind of like we talked about some of those other ones, you kind of run into them at any point in time of the year, and especially in the playoffs, and you better have your A game if you're supposed the favorite rolling into that one.
Yep.
A lot of talent.
Airport I think they took a loss this week too, but yeah, they're still firing around up there. And I mean, yeah, you think pick 4 out of 5 teams. You did a double elimination bracket with this group. That'd be something.
Yeah.
Give me Hillcrest.
I picked him, so I'm gonna take him.
Not straying away. Now we'll go team by team breakdown here for the top 10. At number 10, it's the famous RB spot in the country. Clinton at 17-2, and they're rolling.
Okay, they are rolling. They got depth. They got some age. They got some youngsters. They got obviously some Palmetto powers floating around there. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Our boy Camden Finley punched out a 5A team. I think it was 15 times or something like that. So they got guys that can do it up and down the board over there at Clinton. The only thing that might stop them is if they do stop at that Arby's on the way out of town, they might not make it to their destination. But it's okay. They got the QT, they got the Zaxby's. They'll be all right.
Nice win this week too, beating Lawrence 2-1 at home. Good for them. Against the nice little 4A team there. Shout out Clinton.
Coach, county champs.
County champs. We need to bring those back. You know what I mean?
Oh, hey, Finley versus Florence, 5 innings, 1 hit, 1 earned, 13 punch-outs. 13.
So he's got 13 there.
Stacks?
Huh?
Yeah, I was talking about somebody else with the 15 Ks.
Yeah.
I just wasn't throwing another team under the bus, but it's okay. Sean did that.
Screw it. We're starting something. Too bad we ain't heard from that Barstool page. Anyway, let's move on here. Might get a cease and desist again. The Great Collegiate at number 9. Go ahead, Espo.
Hey, 1L in region play. They're leading. We can go ahead and throw this. Probably, arguably, the top 4A region in the state.
Mm-hmm.
They split with Airport.
Regions in the state, regardless of classification.
100%, and they have been doing it all year. We saw them earlier, and they had the tough matchups down there at the shipyard and split down there, and have been rolling since then. So big shout out to the War Eagles to their continued success so far, and I think they're maybe 1 win away from winning the region. I don't know if my math is
they only have the 1 region loss, I believe.
Yeah, they got 1 region loss. I think they're a game up maybe on, is it Gilbert?
Well, they got 2. Oh, they got a home and home against Gilbert this week, so that might do it.
That might clinch. One of them might clinch it if they can get one. So we'll see what happens there. I know they're a couple up on airport now. So Gray, obviously, one hell of a season so far for those guys in their last year of 4A. So they're going to try to finish 4A with a bang.
That Shipyard Showdown never fails. Some teams that maybe you're not expecting either. They show up the whole year.
Hey, there's 2 teams in this top 10 that are looking to keep the streak going for the Shipyard Showdown, but at least one state champion a year. We'll see.
Ooh.
Sean didn't know that. Stat of the night.
I did not.
Stat of the night.
And number 8. Not going
Speaking
far
of
from
4A,
Gray here. AC Florida there at 15-5.
Yeah, another 4A power. Coach Allett trying to add another state championship to him there. Going to be in that upstate. Boy, talking about an that upstate region this year for upper state region for those boys. But obviously that we knew heading into the season that offense was going to be something to have to deal with. But their pitching has stepped up with Hernandez on the front end and build some depth. So that's a very difficult lineup across the board. And we kind of all knew this one, but was notified today by a family member over there at Florida. It's pretty much a whole homegrown Forest Acres downtown area team right here. So you don't see that one much anymore in today's world of athletics. So you got a bunch of kids that grew up right around here in that AC Florida area that grew up playing together and have continued on through high school.
They got Mountain View this week. That was the one you were talking about.
That is correct.
But let's see. Florida's got 5 games left. I'm going out on a limb right here. Florida goes 5-0 the end of the season in the regular season, walking in the tournament. Just so you know, go Falcons.
He's trying to jump on the bandwagon. He jumped off the Lexington bandwagon,
and now
he's over here.
I can't have a team in each class. I can't have.
He left the Hucks train and he's on the Howard train. He's got to stay in that H's, but he's finally come over to the real capital city at least.
I got a lot of respect for those guys who've been doing it for a long time.
Hey, Howard sounds a lot like Dabo. Yeah, he's successful with homegrown talent.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. See, Sean wouldn't make a comment like that about the Gamecocks. But moving on, at number 7, Carolina Forest at 16-5.
I mean, we talk about. Did anybody have them as a sleeper beginning of the year?
They were the smartest person in the world. And then you could play
you ain't lying. We kind of knew they were going to have a frontline starter and kind of see where they were going to shake out. We knew they had some pieces, but damn, they have been rolling this year. Very impressive, scoring some runs, obviously, as well with that pitching staff. And, I mean, just continued to do it from the beginning of the year all the way through. And I mean, that's a team. I don't know if you want to roll into a playoff and have to match up with some of those arms that they got in there.
Yeah, no, I mean, they got power in that lineup as well. The Urso,
correct.
He's senior. He's been to a couple of things. We've seen him. He's got some juice and some athleticism. Obviously, Connor Polarin, who isn't throwing this year, but what was he? 107 exit velocity, I believe, at the winter hitting update. So those dudes, they really got it. We were just down there too. Obviously, we could have stopped by, I guess.
Hey, y'all want to hear some fun stats on Revis for the year? For the year. All right. To this point in time, he is 7-0, 43 innings pitched, 20 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 83 strikeouts, 0.628 ERA, 0.535 whip, and a 135 batting average against.
Is that good? I don't think that's.
I think that will get a couple kids out.
Ospreys, right? That's in North Florida. You gotta go.
Yep.
Osprey. What is an osprey?
It's one of those giant birds. You ever go down to Florida, you'll see some of those things. They
fly high.
Hey, y'all remember that bird dropped that fish almost on Sean's head down at Lake Point a couple years ago?
That was on Sean's head?
Oh,
yes.
Sean.
We win that game? We win that game, though. Probably did.
When's the last time? Never mind.
That was the Junior Futures boys a couple years ago.
Oh, that's when we were good.
No, wasn't it? It was the older kids. Pretty sure it was the older kids. No, whatever.
Sean, you were worried about Georgia. Number 6, Atlantic Collegiate. Now we no longer have any undefeated teams in the state of South Carolina as they take some else to some out-of-state teams. Boo. However, here they are at number 6.
Still very impressive lineup, and talking about another pitching staff. We don't have his overall pitching staffs, but stats right in front of me. But obviously a very deep, talented pitching staff. We saw some Palmetto Powers. We got some heat sheets going on. Got a couple pitchers on the heat sheet. We also got the Palmetto Powers. So very talented group. Coach Larry got them rolling down there and firing some cannonballs out of there for Atlantic Collegiate.
Coach Larry.
My math is right here. I don't think they've given up a run to a South Carolina team since March 18th when they played Trinity Collegiate.
Is that good?
Yes, not terrible.
Coach Larry.
In a month.
Damn.
Larry,
I thought you threw BP, not called pitcher.
damn.
Say it. Oh, well. Let's move to 5. Whoa, they're down.
They dropped.
Oh,
You dropped
shit.
them.
Who did that?
Yeah.
And number 5 is Boiling Springs.
Austin. Can't believe Austin dropped them.
Austin's been working hard on these Power 25 by sitting at the house. I don't know why he did that, though.
Obviously, we know about that pitching staff of Boiling Springs. They got a couple big time arms, but also a very dangerous offense. So Boiling Springs, they're gonna make some noise in that 5A to try to maybe. There might be a couple teams, 1 or 2 teams ahead of them, but I don't know if you kind of get into a fist fight with some of those arms that they're at the top. It's going to be hard to get out of there.
It's pretty tight at the top by my calculations of the current RPI situation.
Oh, Sean, you started to
a couple teams up there. So we'll see who else is listed on this Power 25. But it's tight up there. A couple wins and a couple losses go.
Goes a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there's also some speculations out there of some teams looking to add some games at the back end of the year. So I started to see like more than that.
I thought you was about
Vanderbilt. Well, you never know. They might add a player. They might just have been listed on there. You never know in today's day and age. But right, we got this RPI going on, and some teams might have gotten a game rained out or have an open spot, and people looking to add some games to try to get that RPI boost. It sounds like we're looking at a Vanderbilt football situation out there.
Ooh, spicy. Here we go.
Coach, look at that record, boy.
A couple of spots, and they are now 20-2 on the season. The Bengals are rolling.
Did I see this right? 18 in a row?
Mm-hmm.
Last time we said that, then the team lost.
I knocked down some wood for it.
That's right.
I knocked down some wood for the boys. 18 in a row. That's all we need to say. I mean, the boys are hot. The boys are good. They can coach. Shit, 18 in a row. God almighty. Who we got this week, Sean? Or anybody know? Anybody see in front of them?
You got Amari Counts just knocking the damn cover off the ball.
Just killing it.
Let's see. This week at 20-2, yes, 18 in a row is correct. We got Camden. We got Camden on Friday. They off the beginning of this week. Camden on Friday, and then next week they go Ridgeview, Lexington, Ridgeview.
Johnny Collins, I saw he hit a home run. He Palmetto powered us.
Left?
4.
They might need a little RPI boost.
No, they're gonna be 24-2, and then on the 24th win, Johnny Collins is gonna pitch and grab his huevos as they win.
His little shipyard showdown. Johnny Collins tweeted out one of his hashtag Palmetto Powers, and I swear he hit a ball 550 feet on that video.
Like UCLA?
Yeah. Yes. The damn thing cleared the lights. It was impressive home run on that video.
Well,
he ain't just a pitcher.
He ain't a PO.
Hey, you remember when he was down at the Future Games with us, and he went down. He was just going to be a pitcher. He did the workout or whatever, just going to be a pitcher. And due to circumstances, we needed one more hitter that last day. And I'm like, Johnny, you want to play first and hit? He's like, damn right. And he got like 3 hits in the game. Yeah. Boy,
hitters hit, baby.
Hitters hit.
Stick it on. Here we go. Number 3, the Fury 20-2. Sean jinxed them by saying they had won so many in a row, and they took an L to Wren. However, me and Austin called that. But here are the Fury at number 3. They're still rolling and they're ready. Hey, they got like a 8-day break, Coach. They haven't played in forever.
They took their second spring break of the year because y'all take them so early up there.
Well, they played 22 games.
Yeah, they've been off for a minute.
I mean, we've talked about some pitching staffs, but I mean, we got that thing leads off with Passmore at the top. I mean, he's been winning nothing but high school games. I feel like for
how many teams have a 1A and 1B?
I mean, he's been winning high school games, I think, for like 6 years, and just dominating kids. So when you got a guy like him, I mean, he threw down in the Shipyard, and like his game was like a 5-minute game. It's so fun to watch those boys pitch. And obviously, I mean, obviously the power in the offense, but no, they can't hit. They can't score runs, so it's okay. They can't do it. Sandbaggers.
They don't run the bases well. They don't play defense.
Nope, can't do anything.
They got a tough schedule here. Last 4: Greer, Riverside, Clinton, and Southside Christian.
Southside.
Did you say? Hold on. What was the third team you said?
What did I say? Arby's is what I said. I think.
No. You said Clinton. I ain't never heard. You said Clinton. CLINNON.
You got on me for saying it right, and then I went up there, and gotta be right for the people.
What would be your phonemic awareness? Clinton.
Clinton.
When you say Monday, I'll say Clinton. How about that?
You need to. Yeah. See, you just got disowned by those Arby's people. They're gonna make your meal in fucking 3 hours.
No, they're gonna make it quick. Get them the hell out.
It would go to the top 2. James Allen at 19-1. Big series upcoming this week. We'll get to here shortly, but here they are at 19-1.
Coach, 19-1. That it's the same thing as last year. They lose one early, just to let you know that they can lose one, and we're
Is that the first game of the year too?
Last year, yeah. It was this year too.
I'm talking about this year.
It was either the first or second one this year. Sean, you were down there.
They lost. It was at one of the. Didn't they lose to Flora? That's what it was. I think.
Was that game 2?
I couldn't tell you.
If that's game 2, then that's 18 in a row.
Everybody's winning 18.
Somewhere around there. You know what? It's I don't know. Obviously, an extremely talented team, but Coach Bobby. I mean, what he does down there year in and year out. I know we can always talk about the talent they got, but obviously one of the best coaches we got in this state, and
game
probably
2.
be any state. So he does a tremendous job and coaches those guys up. And you can have a talented group all you want, but it's where he's at with that record year in and year out. He just keeps doing it. So
they got depth too. We've learned a little bit more about them even this weekend. I think just kind of guys running around that maybe aren't getting a whole lot of playing time just because of that star-studded lineup, and they're going to be a team that's going to be hanging around for a long time.
Well, them damn charter schools, you know what I mean? That's what I see on the Twitter sphere.
Hey, watch out.
Who's won, Coach? Who do we got? Let me guess.
Louisville. I think it's
Louisville.
I think it's Great Falls, actually. But let's look at it.
Doorman.
19-2. They did take an L. However, they're still there. We know what they got, and they're 19-2 guys. Like, what the hell?
They're not good.
19-2. That lineup, pitching staff. We saw him. I joked with Coach Jolly. I told him that he was not going to allow Prep Baseball South Carolina to come to any more of his games because we had seen 2 of his losses. But it's obviously a lineup that can beat you in multiple ways, and when they kind of keep their rotation and everything going, it's a very deep rotation. But they bring guys out of the bullpen that would be probably 1s or 2s on a lot of high school teams. So they kind of got all the pieces, and like we talked about with Coach Bobby, obviously Coach Jolly with the amount of wins that he's had over his career and coaching teams and players up and getting them in the right direction is second to none. So we'll see. It's gonna be a battle down the stretch for these teams to see if they can see where they wind up. We don't have much more here this regular season, so it's winding down.
Jockeying for position in playoffs.
I can't wait to see how off Sean's RPI is?
I
We're
mean,
about to see in a minute.
What do you? How
We'll
close
up.
do we think we are?
so here's the problem. In 3A, our private schools are not listed on the Max Preps RPI. So I would say 5A and 4A are going to be fine, but 3A is going to be a tough one.
Before we get to Sean's RPI here, here's your Power 25. It'll be released here soon. Coach, how many weeks we got left? 2 weeks, right?
2. Yeah.
That worked out perfect. Last year we were not this perfect.
Correct.
So this will update right before the playoffs begin. And we'll have those kind of almost post right before playoffs rankings as we head into those playoffs, and we'll make those predictions too. Hey, in 2 weeks, that's going to be a big show. That's going to be a Power 25 update and a championship.
It's going to be
pick.
3 hours.
No, it will not. If Austin joins,
No.
it'll be 5.
6. Coach, he was at the chainsaw store.
What it is.
Hey, what do we got on that Mountain View Prep logo, by the way? Let's break that thing down real quick. Pull that slide back up there.
God almighty, Coach, you killed me.
And why was Burns was real small?
Hey, I think I should just put up the classification poll so you can see that too, because that's going to come out. Screw it. Who the hell cares at this point? Maybe we'll catch some hell. I don't know. Here you go, right here, guys. Look at that. Look at
What do we got on that? What do we got on it? I like it.
It's like an all-star logo with mountain.
It's a view.
I like it. It's a view. It's a star-studded view of a mountain. I like it.
But
What
I
do y'all
don't think
got
they
on
have any mountain views.
Nobody knows.
Coach,
Do you
do you have any mountain views over there at Mountain View Prep?
Do you think Fox Creek's been up there to see if they got any mountain views?
I don't know, but I
What about Ainer? You think Ainer been up there now?
no.
My son plays up there this week.
mountains.
My son will see some mountain views this week up there Wednesday. Double dip
Where are they playing?
at Mountain View Prep.
Oh, get out of town.
We got
Dead
the team
serious.
and the varsity going at it this week. Good for y'all.
What?
BT, huh?
You said you think going up to Mountain View, B team and
B
varsity
team,
will
just
be
B
both
team.
playing?
I don't. Just B
B team's great
collegiate.
collegiate there, Sean.
Yeah,
Oh,
B-team.
boy. We're
B
removing
team
you.
great collegiate. Yeah, Sean, you're out.
Hey, that's your 3A classification polls. We're going to get to number 1 versus number 10 here soon, but
That'll be released on Tuesday. The classification poll.
you got to see it early, boys.
You just got to
because we
sneak
really
peek
wanted
early.
to show you that Mountain View Prep was number 2 and 3. Really
That'll
wanted-
be released Tuesday morning, guys.
When's the B team classification polls coming out?
Never.
5 years.
Never. Yeah. What, 7th, 8th graders? So, yeah, it's got a while. We're not doing this. Just like we don't rank 2030 and 31 players. We're not ranking 2030, 31 teams.
All right, Sean, I'm going to turn this over to you because apparently you've got something.
I'm just saying, if you want to look at it, if the season ended today, I think I ran through and accurately
Or
calculated.
do I need to share?
You share it. I shared it with you, so you can share it.
Oh,
Accurately.
God, it's going to find. It's going to take 7 hours to find this.
Yeah, I threw together the Max Preps RPI and tallied it all up, and then I split them in. That was the hard part, was splitting them into upper and lower for, and then obviously D1, D2 for 5A, and then all the other classifications across the lower. So, and like I said, the 3A one's kind of weird because no Southside, no Christchurch, no St. Joe's, and no Keenan in the lower. So that was strange. But here's the best that I got. And if the season ended today, hopefully Drew will throw it up here in just a second, and that's where we're at. Top 12 are in the tournament for the 5A guys. So but that's what I was saying. Dorman, Blythewood, and Boylan Springs up there separated by what?
Thank you.
0.05 of a point. 0.005.
Damn, I need some bigger spectacles, boy.
There you go. So your top 12. Look at Lexington sneaking in there at the bottom. That's going to be tough. Yeah, that's a good group. Scroll over to the lower for me. James Island obviously doing it. Look at that big gap between number one.
Look at him! Look at him, Beckham boys, boy.
Boy, them Lucy B.
That's the 5A or no, the lower state. Obviously it's a tough one with competing with James Island, but any of those teams really 3 through 12 could all go and make some noise. And
You better quit taking a nap on number 8, boys.
Yeah. Don't watch out for number 8.
Hey,
Watch
7
out.
and 8. You better quit taking a damn nap.
Yeah, Sean picked number 7 to win some things earlier in the year. Now he's written them off.
Sleeper. Well, they're still in there. Sleeping.
Hey, what's your full 5A here?
I just put that one in there. That's just what the full 5A rankings were.
Espo, we're really damn good on our 5A rankings classification by that look.
Not bad.
Damn.
That's
pretty
right
good.
ours.
As you can see in the top left corner, I've titled it South Carolina Brackets, I think. So this is very unofficial, but appreciate you tuning in.
We'll release the official points at some point.
Yes.
All right,
Check out
here's your Division 2.
Division 2. Indian Land, boy. That was
It ain't easy.
Yep, your boys down there. Auburn Ridge and Fort Mill, people are gonna be overlooking them at 6 and 8, I think. Greenville Red Raiders, we like them. They got some good players too. It's gonna be a good side of the bracket. Hillcrest better watch out.
Yeah, easy now. Don't be trying to clown on me and Drew's pick.
And then this one I think is wide open. I think I believe because Chapin is lower state, right? For 5AD2.
I don't know. You said I think.
Yeah. They were last year, but I don't know if anything changed around. So,
But you can always just clarify it with the I think will be okay.
Yeah. Unofficial. So here we are at North Myrtle, obviously with a healthy lead there, but there's some positioning there in that 2 to 5 group that could be had in the next couple of weeks, I think.
They do have a healthy lead, but however, number 6 just beat number 1 in the best 2 out of 3.
Correct.
That's right. Happened. 5
James, boy. Got some people swinging a hot bat down there at St. James.
Oh, you didn't do a full ranking on that.
No, I just did one for 5A. Yeah, I'll put it together next
You got
time.
lazy.
He did. He was tired. Yeah, I made him wake up too early yesterday.
Here's your 4A.
4A. Fury up there. Yeah, this one's going to be the 16. So, right, because it's just the 16, and then they're seeded 1 through 16. But then they've got the weird at-larges and stuff, too.
The 16 seed at 4 and 15. Oh, boy.
You can sneak in.
God almighty.
Jesus Christ.
It's your winning percentage, your opponent's winning percentage, and then your opponent's
opponents.
So that's what could be dragging some of those teams up that maybe don't have the best winning percentages if they're playing teams that also if they have a good schedule and then the team that they're playing have a good schedule. That's how you sneak in.
Hey, we were talking about this earlier. The 4A classification might be the best. The boys here with Gray, Airport, Gilbert, Aiken, where else am I missing? North Augusta, South Aiken, BC, and Midland Valley. 8 teams? See?
Yeah, that's
all 8.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Get some.
6, 7.
Yeah.
8, right. 8 out of 14. Yeah, from one region. Pretty special. Yeah. That you got to think about it because that's probably dragging up all their RPIs as well as if you're playing in a tough region, which I think is probably the reason why they did this because they wanted tough regions to be able to put in more good teams.
Coach, 3 of the top 4.
How about them apples?
And 4 of the top 6.
Not too bad. Not too bad at all.
And watch I think last year they had to play each other right out the bat too.
Yeah, Aiken beat Gilbert on the first game of the playoffs. They were 16.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, watch. They'll all be in the same little bracket area.
Well, you got the 3 of the top 6 in the upper in the same region.
Yep. Seneca,
Blue Ridge, Daniel.
Shoot, if you stay at those top 3 there in the lower state, that could be any which way that order there. 1, 2, 3, 0.66, 0.66, 0.65.
Drew, we might boycott the playoffs this year.
Yeah,
might hold out some players.
This is bullcrap.
And also, this is public information, so we're not sharing anything that nobody else has. You can look up these Max Press RPI whenever you want.
Public information, guys.
Again, not official. This is not official.
We're not looking at 3A because instead of I think it's Sean, I screwed up.
Well, blame Max Press. Can't blame me.
Sean, I don't know, did this. Not I think.
Yeah.
Hey, but we're 2 weeks away from that popping off. Where we'll have that. We'll look at those brackets as we get to it. 2 weeks away. We'll look at it next week too. See what changes. Sean, I would like for you to build in a formula to show what changed throughout 1 week and see what did they go up 3, 4? I would like for you to do that in your spirit.
Should I use Claude or Gemini? What do we think?
I think you should use chat.
Opus. I think you should go Opus.
I don't know what the hell Opus is. Sounds like something on Oh Brother, Where Art Thou on the movie. Whatever. Game of the week.
Game of the week.
I think there's two, but I don't
We got
want
a
to
lot
do
of
one.
games. We got some good games this week, Coach.
Yeah,
The
we're
schedule-
gonna pick two different games actually, but the other one's not gonna have a graphic, just because we don't want to. Anyway, here's 1A game of the week. Hillcrest will take on Dorman in a non-region matchup, April the 22nd at 6:30 p.m. at Dorman High School. Now, before we make those picks, we're gonna reveal the current records as they stand. Austin with a 3-0 week moves to 10-3 on the year.
Smith.
I'm currently at 7-6. Sean and Sammy are tied at 4-9.
Not happening. Not happening.
Sean,
Guys,
you've come back. You've come down to me. You might.
I started 1-5, so if that gives you any hope.
So I gotta pick off of everybody on these.
Not really.
Moving
That could
forward.
dig you a bigger hole.
But I'm out.
We don't have Austin's picks.
So he instantly loses 10 points.
No, we can't.
Oh,
So with this pick, I'm going. I almost wanted to do it. However, I think Dorman's got too much. Give me the Cavs in this game to stay atop at number 1 in the Power 25. Actually, it's Sean next.
April, so this is going to be on Wednesday. Okay. At Dorman, let's see. I got to pick the right teams in order to get better results. Is that how it works? Like hitting the ball over the fence?
yeah. It's got to go. This one's got to go over.
Got it. Just too talented at the top there. Give me the Cavs.
The heartbeat. The Cavs put it on them earlier in the year. I'm going for the split of the series with Hillcrest. Let's do it, baby.
Ooh, he's sticking to his guns. Them guns got.
Let's go, boys.
Blanks.
Come on.
Them guns got blanks.
They are shooting blanks. Well, that's a fact.
It's okay. Hey, before we talk about the series of the week, let's look at this as our 1B game of the week. Mountain View Prep will travel to AC Flora on Friday for a big matchup, a Power 25 matchup. Sure, give me the Falcons. Not close.
For me?
Yeah, Sean, you were second.
As he said they were going to go undefeated throughout, he's now thinking about it.
Y'all talked about Mountain View. I like that logo. That's what's going for me right now.
Ain't no Mountain Views down there in the capital city.
Boy, we got a bunch of
Popo,
trees.
and it's whatever else you want.
Way easy now, man.
They gonna be in the second inning. You're gonna hear this.
Pop, pop, pop.
The streets of Forest Acres. Yeah.
Mean streets boy around here.
Give me Flora.
Falcons for the win.
Oh, if you go to what's it called, Caesar's Palace, and take Mountain View Prep outright. Now, for your series of the week, we'll start here with our 2-game series of the week, and then move to the 3-game series of the week. We're going to stay in the lower state for both. Your 2-game series of the week will be a region championship matchup between the Stewie Hawks and the Land Sharks. Whew, tough one. Hanahan just back into those 3A rankings. Oceanside sitting at top number 1. I did it for the first time in my life last week, and I got a dub. Give me the split here.
Here's big cat. Almighty.
Well, this is the one where you actually can gain a little bit of ground. So I'll go Oceanside 2-0.
This is a big one. I got to gain some ground too. Everybody.
Oh,
I can't take the split Sean took Oceanside.
No way.
So that means if I got to gain some ground, let's go hand. Come on, baby, let's do it.
Sammy Hawks now.
That means we're gonna lose. So I apologize, guys, but we got to do it. In order to make up some ground, we're going hand. Let's do it.
We'll move to your 3-game series of the week, staying in again in the lower state. James Allen will take on Fort Dorchester in a 3-game set. Let's check.
Somebody might be there. For
2 games will be at James Allen, and the other will be at Fort D. We said they've won 18 in a row. Let's make it 21 in a row. Ooh. Trojans sweep the series against Fort D.
Yeah, I mean, I gave Fountain Inn the kiss of death last time I went, picking them to go 18 and make it 21 in a row. So, with that being said, we're going to go Trojans 2 out of 3 this time around. Give me the Patriots breaking up that streak at some point.
Wow. Fort D, depending on how they do their pitching staff, it's been bouncing around a little bit. They got some arms that can do some damage. But obviously, as we all know, so does James Allen, and James Allen's got some hitters. So with these 2 being in James Allen and then the Wednesday one, middle one at Fort D, I think James Allen for the sweep. I think it continues.
Poor Sean.
I needed to go like 1 and 2 for Fort D, but I just don't believe that enough. that can happen.
I don't believe that either. Golf clap. Guys, I what'd you say, Sean?
So that was for Matt Fitzpatrick today down at Hilton Head Island.
No, we're USA.
America.
Scotty.
Player of the week forms, coaches out there. Mm-hmm. Players, coaches. Player of the week forms. We got 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 coaches already. The email, Sean, or when did that one go out sometime? It's out. Went out. So that went out.
Hours ago.
A couple hours went out. We got a couple social media posts. We've had some players reaching out. How do I get my stuff in? Fill the link out, right? Have your coach fill the link out. Send the link to your coach. You can get it off that social media post that goes out. We had one went out around lunchtime. We had one went out around 7. We have another one going out tomorrow morning, 7:30 before school. So it doesn't take much time at all to fill it out. You can it's just a Google form that goes out there and gets sent to us. So player, if you think you've done well or your family thinks you've done well, send that thing off to your coach and say, hey, fill this thing out, right? The whole goal of these is to promote the player, help them out. So send that off to your coaches, have them fill it out. But we've got a good group, good starting point so far already that have filled this one out, and we're ready to see some more on this list. And we had, big congratulations. We had a 2-time winner last week.
Yeah.
Is that first time ever?
Well, Hank.
Big Hank over there, Dylan, first ever 2-time player of the week. And big kudos to coach over there, Dylan, for filling that thing out every single week. So big congratulations to those guys for filling that form out to promote his players.
Big content week as we roll into it. Spearman will be at JL Man Malden. Big matchup there for region standing. For the first time in a long time, I'll be at 2 games this week.
TBD.
No, I will be at 2 games this week. I'll go and tell you where they are. We'll be at Greer Seneca. Big region matchup there for possibly the region championship. And I'm going to stay. No, I'm not. We're going to go outside that region. St. Joe, Powdersville, another region matchup there. I get to see Powdersville. I have strayed the path. I've fallen off the yellow brick road. They got rid of Fowler, and I quit. But we'll be there with bells and whistles on. I'm not sure where these guys are going, but
I'll be down at Fort D for Fort D and James Island on Wednesday. Hop in the car and head on down 26 Wednesday for that one. Big matchup.
Where are you going?
TBD.
Show up.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're hopefully we'll have somebody at that Mountain View Florida game.
Who's Lexington play? Sean, who's Lexington play?
We saw them play 3 times last
John,
week.
who's Lexington play?
I don't know. I didn't look it up. I'll tell you here in a second.
Nope. You know what you just tell me. Boys, do we have anything else to add to the show?
Lexington at Boiling Springs tomorrow. Just got to go way up there. That's going to be a problem.
Oh, you'll be all right.
Hop on the bus with them.
Not
Get on the
tomorrow.
bus with the boys.
Lexington Blythewood. Oh, next week. Never mind. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Lexington's off this week. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Lexington's off.
Sean.
Scene, you should know your team.
I had 10 days off.
No, he gave up on them. He's a everything but Wildcat now.
He's going to be at Flores practices this week. He ain't even going to their games.
I'm about to text Hallett right now and say, tell that security guard to turn him away.
We pump up there, guys.
Tell Hallett, no entry allowed. Anything else, boys?
All good.
All good. Everybody's good. Okay, fantastic. Next week we'll kind of break some more stuff down as we're 2 weeks out from the playoffs, realistically. But just know in 2 weeks we'll have that big show, those picks. Maybe Austin will be able to join us for that if he's back at work. Who knows? Maybe we'll get Brittle back on so he can get his kneecap broken. So that's going to do us for episode 143 from all of us here at Prep Baseball South Carolina. We hope you have a great week.